You need to focus on this bill instead of trying to distort my Twitter. Last time,
one of my
you
colleagues
were quoting what a Marxist in Chicago said
and
about
what evidence do you have
no
that she's a
sense.
crook?
Welcome back to Congress Unpacked, where we cut through the noise and bring you Capitol Hill's wildest moments. Today, we're diving into a Senate Banking Committee hearing that got, well, absolutely heated. Senator John Kennedy, you know, the guy who mixes sharp wit with Southern sarcasm, went toe-to-toe with two heavy hitters, Timothy Massad, the ex-CFTC chair, and Richard Painter, former White House ethics lawyer. Topic: digital assets and who the heck should regulate crypto. Kennedy kicked it off with a jab, saying if Congress messes this up, we'll end up with a crypto mess like somebody knocked over a urine sample. Classic Kennedy. But behind the jokes, he's dead serious. If Congress or the SEC doesn't get it right, digital assets could spin out of control, just like big tech did.
With great interest today. And here's what I hear you saying. The four folks to my left, I hear you saying that digital assets are different. Digital assets hold great promise. Digital assets need special rules. I agree with that. The obvious question is, what should those rules be, and to what extent should we allow you to draft them? I've also heard some of you say that digital assets represent the next generation of the internet. Well, we let the current generation of the internet draft their own rules, and frankly, it looks like what we got as a result looks like somebody knocked over a urine sample. Congress can't even agree on basic legislation dealing with privacy on the internet. How the hell are we going to tackle this? But I hear what you're saying. I hear Mr. Painter, as usual, if you follow him on social media, you know, all politicians are crooks. Very helpful.
Next up, Kennedy zeroes in on Timothy Massad. He asks, why are crypto companies so terrified of the SEC? Massad shoots back, it's not fear. It's that the SEC rules aren't made for crypto. He says Congress should set the big picture principles and let agencies handle the details, but warns, don't get too specific or you'll just create loopholes for lawyers to exploit. Then Kennedy shifts to the big crypto bill in Congress. Massad, totally blunt, calls it a regulatory arbitrage playground. He even admits, hey, as a former lawyer, he made bank on those loopholes. Kennedy just grins, but you can tell, he's worried lawmakers are outgunned.
Mr. Massad, I'm really worried we're going to get this wrong. We don't know, we in Congress and our staffs don't know as much as the professionals in digital assets know. And I don't see how we can possibly catch up. Tell me more about your idea of having the SEC. Well, first, I don't want to run out of time here, but why is the digital assets industry so scared of being regulated by the SEC?
Well, I think we need to step back, Senator.
Briefly, please.
They don't want everything treated as a security because they don't want that entire framework to apply, but that's also because the SEC did fail to try to customize its rules to adapt for this technology, and it should do that. And you've got leadership at the agencies now who are working on those things.
You're suggesting that we turn to two of our agencies, one of which is the SEC, and say, you have expertise. Before we take a crack at a bill, you come up with a bill, with rules, with regulations. Tell us how to do this. Because I hear you saying in some cases digital assets are commodities, in some cases they're securities.
Congress needs to fill the gap, which is if it's not a security, who's going to create a regulatory framework for it. So you do need to fill that. But these questions about exactly which is when is it a security, when is it not a security, how do we customize the rules, what should we do about DeFi, a lot of that should really be left to the agencies. You could establish some principles, but I wouldn't write detailed rules.
Have you looked, Professor, at Congressman Hill's legislation?
I have in detail.
What do you think?
I think it's got a lot of problems. I think it's 236 pages of regulatory arbitrage opportunities for creative lawyers, and I used to be one that did that kind of stuff.
Made a lot of money, did you?
I did, but...
Now the fireworks. Kennedy confronts Richard Painter about a tweet supposedly calling another senator a crook over crypto donations. Painter snaps back, no, he just pointed out the money, not called names. They go back and forth. Painter calls Kennedy a whack job. Kennedy accuses Painter of wasting time, until the whole hearing erupts into a shouting match.
Mr. Painter, do you think Senator Gillibrand is a crook?
No, and I do not think all politicians are crooks. And
why did you call her a crook?
I did not call her a crook. Now, Senator, you need to
here's
focus
what
on
I'm
this
looking
bill.
right now.
You're doing this again. You did it the last
published a
hearing.
tweet that
You
said
need to
Senator
read the
Gillibrand's
bill.
role in stablecoin regulation, $217,000 in crypto donations. You tweeted that.
Yes, I do.
And then you said, the crypto industry is buying Congress and the White House. This won't end well. Why do you think the crypto industry is buying Senator Gillibrand?
I said, look at the campaign contributions from this industry.
Do you think they've bought her?
No, I said, look at the campaign
You
contributions.
said they bought her. Do you think they bought her?
Senator, you need to focus on this bill instead of trying to distort my Twitter. Last
you
time,
called one of my
you were
colleagues a
quoting
crook,
what a Marxist in Chicago said
And
about
what
me.
evidence do you
Make
have
no
that she's
sense.
a crook?
I said there is massive amount of campaign contributions coming into this Congress from the crypto industry.
Do you want to apologize
You
to Senator Gillibrand?
I do not want you to have to apologize for passing legislation
want to
that
apologize
destroys
to
our
Senator
economy.
Gillibrand for calling her
You
a
are
crook?
distorting what I said, just like you did in the last hearing. You're wasting everybody's time, Senator.
You're a whack job.
Senator,
You are a
wasting.
majorly
Well, I think we are.
everyone's
next
time.
level
we-
whack job.
I think we
Is
are.
this middle school, Senator?
Senators and witness. Thank you both.
I
for
think
your
you should
part-
apologize, Senator
I think,
Gillibrand.
Senator, you're wasting our time. This is not middle school.
Thank you for your participation.
So, what's the takeaway? Kennedy thinks Congress might fumble this. Massad wants experts in charge. Painter says political money is already muddying everything. Who should write the rules, Congress or regulators? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching Congress Unpacked. Don't forget to subscribe for more no-spin, no-fluff capital drama.